Hello dear students. So let us continue with our chapter 12 exercise 12b. So the first question says attempt this question on graph paper. So that's why take a graph paper and in first part they are asking plot A, that is 3 comma 2, and B, that is 5 comma 4 on the graph paper. But you have to make sure that you take one unit to be 2 centimeter. Okay, so that means this one unit is equals to 2 centimeter on the both axis, that is on x-axis and y-axis. Now let us see A and B after we plot the points. So this will be my A, this is 3 comma 2, and this is my B, that is 5 comma 4. Now in second part, that is question number B, question says reflect A and B in the x-axis. So you need to reflect these 2 points in the x-axis, which we have already learnt. So after reflecting, we get A to be A dash and B to be B dash. So we have this to be A dash and we have this to be B dash. Now in number C, question is saying write the geometrical name of the figure AB, B dash, A dash. That means let us join the 4 points. So if I join the 4 points, then we clearly see that it is a trapezium. In trapezium, we have 2 sides to be parallel, right? So clearly AA dash and BB dash are parallel, so that's why it's a trapezium. Okay, and in number 2, they're asking us to measure the angle ABB dash. So ABB dash, AB dash is this angle. Okay, so you will take the help of your protractor to find the angle. Okay, so it has to come around 45 maybe. Okay, so in number 3 they're asking to draw the image A double dash of A. Okay, so you need to again find the image of this A in the origin. That means when you reflect it in the origin, what will be the image? Now we know that when you reflect along the origin, both the sign of x and y variable changes. So that's why the coordinate of a double dash becomes -3 -2. Okay, so that's why this is the coordinate of a dash. Now in number 4, we need to mention the single transformation that maps a dash to a double dash. That means this is mapped with this, by which reflection? By y reflection. So that's why my answer will be reflection in y-axis. Okay, so these are your answers. So pause the video to note down. Okay, let us have a look at second question. So in second question, it is said 3 comma 0 and -1 comma 0 are invariant points under the reflection in line L1. So there is a line L1, and when you plot the given points, that 3 comma 0 and -1 comma 0, the image is invariant. Invariant means, that means the image or the object both lies on the same line. Okay, so first let us plot 3 comma 0 and -1 comma 0. So this is my 3 comma 0 and this is my -1 comma 0. Now since both of them lies on the x-axis, that's why my line L1 will be the x-axis, and the equation of x-axis is given by y equals to 0, which you have learned from your coordinate geometry in class 9. Now again, points 0 comma -3, 0 comma -3 and 0 comma 1 are invariant points on the reflection in line 2. So as usual, we are going to plot these 2 points. Okay, so we have 0 -3 and similarly we have 0 1. Now Since these two are invariant under L2, obviously the line L2 will be my y-axis, right? So this is my L2, and the equation of this y-axis is given by x equals to 0 from your coordinate geometry class 9. Now we have already covered the first question. This one we have already covered. Now let us see what is our questions 2 is saying. Now question 2 says, write down the images of point P 3, 4 and Q as minus 5, minus 2. So first let us plot point P and Q. So this is my point P and this is my point Q. So I have plotted P and Q. Now you need to reflect P and Q on the line L1, right? So this is my L1, this is my L1, and I want to reflect P and Q in L1. So obviously the reflection of this P will be here and it will be 3 comma minus 4, and similarly the reflection of Q will be Q dash, which will be given by minus 5 comma 2, right? Okay, now let us have a look at the third part. So third part says, write down the images of P and Q on the reflection in L2. Now let us reflect P, that is this one, and Q, that is this one, on L2, that is this one. So the reflection of P will be somewhere over here, right? So that's why it is this much, and its coordinate is given by P double dash, that is minus 3 comma 4. Now similarly the image of Q, that is this one, is given by this particular point whose coordinate is given by 5 comma minus 2. Okay, and at last, that is number 4, that's question number 4, we need to state or describe a single transformation that maps P dash onto P double dash. So let us see P and P double dash. So since both of them lies exactly in the diagonal way, so that's why the transformation is reflection in origin. Okay, so the whole answer is written out here. You can pause the video to note down. Now let us have a look at this question. The points 4 comma 1, the P, and Q, that is minus 2 comma 4, are reflected in line y equals to 3. So let us first see what is line y equals to 3. So y equals to 3 is a line parallel to x-axis. Again, all these things have been mentioned in your class 9 coordinate geometry. Now you need to find the coordinates of P dash. Okay, and what is P dash? P dash is the image of P, and Q dash, that is Q dash is the image of Q. So first let us plot P and Q in the graph sheet. Okay, let me name this line to be CD. Okay, now I have plotted the given points. Now we need to find the image of P if I consider CD as the mirror. Okay, so if you want to do that, then first draw a perpendicular line from P to CD. So that is this line, and try to extend the line. Okay, now we'll measure this distance. Okay, and how much ever is the distance, we'll take again the same distance on the other side, that is this side, and we'll mark a point like this. So this will be the image of P if it is reflected through the line CD. So let me call this as P dash, and its coordinates is obviously 4 comma 5. Now similarly we'll find the coordinate of Q, and our answer looks somewhat like this. So pause the video to note down. Now rest of the questions you will try by yourself and try to submit it to me as soon as possible. Thank you very much.